Welcome to Montenegro, a country full of dramatic mountains, crystal clear waters and charming medieval towns. We did a 7-day road trip here, exploring this beautiful Balkan gem. This is part 1 of our 3-day Montenegro adventure, where we explore the peaceful landscapes of Lake Skadar, wander through the historic streets of Budva, and visit some nearby iconic landmarks. So come along as we discover one of Europe's most beautiful and underrated destinations. We flew to Podgorica from London Gatwick Airport with Wizz Air and landed at around 9 a.m. in the morning. But the adventure started before we even touched down. From the plane, we had incredible views of the Bay of Kotor, and this got me incredibly excited. I recommend sitting on the left-hand side when flying into Podgorica for the best views. When landing, you also get a little sneak peek at Lake Skadar from the air, which was also breathtaking and was going to be our first adventure in Montenegro. When we landed, we collected our rental car outside the airport. An important thing to mention here is that it's vital to take a full video of the car, as the rental company used our own video at the end of the trip to check if any damage had been done to the car. We then started off on our road trip. It's also important to know that in Montenegro, your headlights must be on 24/7, regardless of the time of day, as not doing so can result in a fine. We made our way to Virpazar from the airport, which is about a 30-minute drive. On the way, we could see the stunning greenery of Lake Skadar, with the lush, towering green mountains surrounding us. Parking in the town is very limited, so I recommend for you to park across the road from the entrance to the town. There is a free parking there with plenty of space. You can then take the underpass under the main road to make your way to the main village. The main thing to do here is book a boat tour on Lake Skadar. We'd already pre-booked ours with Kingfisher Tours on booking.com, so we went straight to a small restaurant to have some food before our boat trip. We still had some time to kill before our boat tour, so we wandered around the town. It's pretty small, but the views of the boats and the surrounding mountains make it look incredibly picturesque. There are also a few stalls you can browse in the very centre of the village. It was then time for our boat tour with Kingfisher Tours. The boat was small and sheltered, which was great as it was a very hot day. We first had to make our way out of the town, which was really picturesque. And then we had to make our way through the river to get to the lake, which again was really scenic. We finally ended up in the lake. Lake Skadar is the largest lake in southern Europe, shared by Montenegro and Albania. We cruised past lily pads and tall green mountains, and the landscape was truly otherworldly and magical. We also saw people kayaking and paddleboarding in the lake, so you can also do this if you wish. Lake Skadar is also home to different types of wildlife. It supports over 280 bird species. We saw lots of different birds on our boat tour, but you can also book specific boat trips for bird watching and for seeing other types of wildlife. We then stopped for a while at this scenic spot full of lily pads for everyone to take their photos. We then began to make our way back to the town, cruising through the open water. We also made a stop for swimming here, so you can take a dip in the lake if you wish. Soon, we re-entered the river that led to the town of Virpazar, and it was time to disembark the boat. We then began the drive to Kotor, where we would be staying for the next 4 days, which would be our base for exploring the coast of Montenegro. The scenery along the whole way was breathtaking. We could see lush mountains on one side and the turquoise ocean on the other. We made a stop at this one point we found incredibly picturesque to grab some photos. We landed in Montenegro on a Sunday, so one thing to mention is that literally all supermarkets are closed, so we found it quite difficult to get some essentials we would need for the next morning, so make sure you account for this. We drove past the town of Budva and Sveti Stefan, which we would soon visit, and this gave us a small preview of what was to come. We then made it to our Airbnb. It was small but cozy, but what made it truly special was the stunning view we had over the Bay of Kotor from our apartment, and it was even more beautiful during the sunset. The next morning, we got up bright and early to drive to Budva. The car parks tend to get very crowded, so it's essential to get there early. We parked in the TQ Plaza underground parking, as we found it to be the most secure. We then walked along the promenade of Budva to the old town, which is surrounded by incredibly well-preserved walls the whole way around it. We then entered the old town, which was incredibly empty as it was still very early in the morning, and so we were able to wander through the scenic and peaceful alleyways. I actually preferred Budva Old Town to Kotor Old Town, as although both are beautiful, Budva's alleyways were a lot more photogenic, and it was also much less crowded than Kotor. When you make it to the opposite side of Old Town, you are greeted with stunning views of the turquoise blue ocean and jagged cliffs. We then decided to go inside the Budva Citadel, which is one of the most well-preserved in the whole world. There is an extensive library with a lot of history inside, but the main reason to visit would be the stunning panoramic views of both the Budva Old Town and the surrounding ocean from the very top. The view of Budva Old Town from above is truly stunning. You can see all the orange-coloured roofs and small tiny alleyways. We also saw Sveti Nikola Island from the top, which you can reach by boat from the Budva harbour if you wish. We also saw paragliders from up here, which is another exciting activity you can do in Budva. We then wandered out of Budva Old Town towards Mogren Beach, where you can walk beside the jagged cliffs, and this is where you can find the statue of a ballerina, which creates a perfect frame with Budva Old Town in the background. Continuing further along the cliff walk takes you past pretty coves and over a bridge, which takes you to Mogren Beach, where the water is crystal clear and the views are stunning. We then made our way back along the same way into the old town again to have some lunch at this restaurant called the Royal Garden. I ordered the lasagna and it was really delicious. We then browsed around some of the small shops selling souvenirs and trinkets before we made our way out of the old town. We walked for a while on the Budva promenade with stunning views out into the ocean. We then returned back to where we had parked our car and began the drive to Sveti Stefan, which is about 20 minutes on the same coastal road. We found a small lay-by with an incredible view of Sveti Stefan from above, and we parked here for a while to take in the views. Sveti Stefan is a fortified 15th century island village and luxury resort, owned by Aman Resorts. Access to the island itself is restricted to resort guests, and it is connected to the mainland by a narrow causeway. Another 15-minute drive away is a lesser-known viewpoint at St. Sava's Church, which also offers a stunning lookout over Sveti Stefan. However, the road to get up here does get pretty rough, so be sure to drive carefully up here, but I would say the views are pretty worth it. We then set off on the long 1-hour drive to Porto Montenegro, near the Tivat region of the coast. Porto Montenegro is known as a luxury yacht marina, which attracts high-profile celebrities and travellers. Here, you can explore 2 decommissioned Cold War Yugoslav Navy submarines, which were really cool to see. It's free to view them from the outside, but you can also enter inside for a small fee. Standing nearby one really puts into perspective how massive they really are. Porto Montenegro has a really relaxed vibe, as we were able to just stroll down the luxury marina and view the multi-million-dollar super yachts lined up along the promenade. We also saw the training ship Jadran, which is a historic 3-masted sailing vessel built in Hamburg, Germany, which now serves as a basic training ship for the Montenegrin Navy and is visible on most postcards of Porto Montenegro. There are also many designer shops along the promenade too, and strolling through the luxury neighbourhood made the perfect relaxing end to our second day in Montenegro. And that brings us to the end of part 1 of our Montenegro adventure. From the peaceful waters of Lake Skadar to exploring Budva and the iconic Sveti Stefan, it's been an incredible start to our trip. But there's still so much more of Montenegro left to explore, so make sure to like and subscribe in order to come back for part 2, where we explore perhaps the most iconic spot in all of Montenegro, Kotor. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.